I'm doing the tarot cards along with the white line cards because it's working so well at the moment, and of course relationship reading. Now, I've been offering a special every month because I just want to make life a little bit more fun. Okay, so this month's one came to me as an inspiration. I'm going to pull a card for you just now, 3 cards, okay? So we're doing things a little differently this month, but it's fun. And it's informative. And this is all about where to from here, because a lot of you have been contacting me and you're feeling like you need to know what's coming next. We always need to know anyway, but there seems to be a bigger push at the moment. So I'm going to offer a reading that will follow on from this one, or if you're a Virgo moon sign or your rising sign is Aquarius, whatever the case may be, you can ask for any one of those as the month goes through. And then I will do what next reading. And it's about what to let go of and what to embrace in your life. So I'm going to call it that, what to let go of and what to embrace reading. And I'm going to be offering that reading for $13, okay, which is next to nothing. So if you want that reading, just email me theoracletimes@gmail.com, and then I will sort the reading out for you at $13 only. That's a huge special and a lovely thing to do. So now how we do this with the tarot deck is we look for what is the number 13 card, which is the death card in some tarot decks, but in this particular deck it's called the release card, which is very, very right. So what I do is, before I start up, I just stick it into the deck with my eyes closed, then I shuffle. Now we look for it. Okay, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit while I search for the number 13 card. And what we're going to look for, and there it is. Oh my word, so quickly. What we need to let go of, okay, is number 20. And what we need to embrace is number 3 in this tarot deck. So I'm going to put them like this. Okay, I'll show you afterwards. And then I'm also going to choose a white lion card for each of these cards to just give you a little bit of an idea what this means. But if you want your reading, I'll take it further than this. Okay, interesting. Okay. I don't want to use the white lion God's cards at the moment because I don't want to be looking up. So I'll just choose another card. Ha! Good that I did, because that makes more sense. So, what you've got here, the 13 release card is basically where you're standing at the moment. What you need to let go of is the number 20 card, renewal. What you need to embrace is the Empress. Okay? So, let's have a look at first where you're standing at the moment is reality. Well, I don't think it'll take a brilliant person to figure that one out. But where you are at the moment is your reality. The fact that the reality card came up with this tells me very much at the moment you are very much dealing with reality. All of us, especially seeing as it's an eclipse season, are dealing with a major issue at the moment that there is no avoiding, right? So how do we move past this, and how do we move into a new story for Librans? It's review the past and letting go of it and understanding how your choices and decisions in the past led you to where you are now. This is something of a revelation for you. You're going to find in the month of June, you can move forward by seeing where in the past you made which kind of decisions. And this is not wrong and right decisions we are talking about. This is just basically, I chose that, and this is eventually where it led me. Can I choose differently this time so that I go somewhere different? Okay, it's a revelation. It's not a judgment at all. But in June, you are going to be very aware of this. You are really going to be shown where your choices and decisions led you along a specific path. And where choices and decisions that you make from now on, if you make them totally differently, they can lead you along a totally different path. So what one's got to embrace now? You get yes pounce, can you imagine, and the Empress with it. Okay, so this yes pounce card says, embrace this, take it up, grab it if necessary, pounce on it if necessary. So what is it? And that is what will totally shift the outcomes, put you on a new path, in more desirable outcomes, different, fresh outcomes, not the same old thing. It's time to take action and the power of creativity. So, if you have been waiting for something to come to you, June is going to be the month where you have to take that action. And it's something creative you need to do. Creativity is different things to different people, okay? Totally doesn't need to be painting and drawing. It can be whatever you consider to be creatively constructive in your life. And June is definitely going to be the month where you grab that opportunity. It's the opportunity to shift out of what was into something new and different. You're not going to be rehashing the same thing again, ending up in more or less the same spot with just slightly different scenery, okay? So this is very much a reading about the here and now. This is about June month, what's leading up to June month itself. This isn't a long-term fate versus destiny reading. This is for now. So for now, for June, for the next couple of weeks, you're going to look back and you're going to see, right, so I made those choices and decisions and this is where it led me. You're going to be able to pinpoint which decision led you along which path. And this time round, you're now going to make different decisions. You're going to be the one taking the action, making the moves, grabbing the thing by the horns. You're going to be pouncing on those opportunities. Very interesting reading that. Okay, so now I must just stick this back in the deck, or whichever star sign gets the next one, right? Okay, so let's have a look at your relationship reading. Let's see what's in store there for the month of June. So it's grabbing that opportunity, being the one that makes the move and takes the action. And it's creative action, it's constructive action. And it's going to be you. And somehow you're going to see where in the past you made a particular decision that may not even have meant at the time. You may not have thought, wow, look what I'm doing now. It was needing to be something like it, but it's something you kept doing. And you've pinpointed where you made that decision and how it keeps leading you kind of down the same path. Okay, you're going to find out what it is. You're going to change it. Okay, so let's see what relationships have in store. Oh, okay. And then we'll choose one more. Right. Let's see what the white line cards have to say about this. Trust. Okay. What are we waiting for? Okay. No, I don't want the cards because, like I said, I've got to make them up. This deck is big enough that you can actually find another card that will be just as good. Okay. Cool. Works perfectly. Okay, let's see here. No, keeps pulling those ones out. I don't want those ones. I don't want to be sitting here reading all the time. I'm sure it drives you nuts when I do that. And it's insistent. Okay, let's try one more go. Right, otherwise I will just do as it says. Okay, I'll do as it says. It's insistent. I'm not going to get away from it. So the trust card comes up. Whenever this card comes up, especially if it comes up as the first card, I will say you're going to be led down a path in the month of June where relationships are concerned that you're going to think, I need to control this. I need to steer that. This isn't going where I want to go. This is not what I thought it would look like. Trust that it's going somewhere in specific and just follow where it's going. Where relationships are concerned, you've got trust involved. The eliminate card comes up. There's some kind of action that you take in relationships that steers you down a specific path, and you actually need to eliminate that in June, and you will be doing so, and you're going to know exactly what it is when it comes up in June because now you've watched this reading. And when you're very tempted to make that same move again, you're going to think, wait, that reading said rather have trust and have faith and eliminate the want or the need to take that specific action, because what is coming up is worth waiting for. It's worth waiting for. It's divine timing. So here, you've got to wait a little and then take your action. Wait and see what is coming up first in June before you make that usual move, that predictable move, that move you've made in the past. And the Cubs card says, is about that childlike innocence, that childlike belief in things will work out, belief in wondrous fairy tales even, okay? You need to kind of work on that in June because something is coming up. There's divine timing at work here. Something wonderful is turning up for you. Something groundbreaking, something even earth-shattering I'm hearing for some of you. Wow, okay. So what you've got to do first is take a little bit of a back seat. Even if you're dating or have been ferociously dating or something's going on in your relationship, it's time to take a breather. Go out into nature if you can. If you're with a partner, maybe go into a different, nice, natural environment that will rejuvenate you. Self-reliance coming up with that. tells me that you possibly need to take a little bit of a break from expecting a partner to fulfill a certain role for you. June is going to be the month where you're going to look at yourself and say, let me do this for myself. If I need to be happy, I'm going to make myself happy. If I need to feel fulfilled, I'm going to fulfill myself, whatever the case may be. Self-reliance is the prescription here, okay? That will shift things for you. But ultimately, what is happening here is commitment, deep commitment, the kind of commitment we call marriage, long-term relationships. That is what is coming up for you. It's just taking a little bit of a convoluted path, and it's asking you to wait and be patient and not resume some kind of action you're always tempted to take in relationships. Now you get the Mandler Griffin card with it, so let me look that up, okay? So pardon me while I look that up, because these particular cards, I do not know all of them. Right, I found it nice and quickly. You now have some kind of knowledge, okay, which is not necessary to share with other people. So there's some aspect of this deeply committed relationship that is now going to reestablish itself or be elevated to that level or show up in your life that is only for you and you alone to know. We're often tempted to share it widely. Don't. Keep it to yourself for now. There's a reason that you should be keeping it to yourself for now. We'll probably find out in July's readings why you need to keep it to yourself. But for a while, retreat, just trust, be patient, wait for that divine timing to show up, and it will, and then take your action, all right? But there's something about, possibly something about as well, some kind of knowledge you don't have in hand yet. And when you do have that knowledge in hand, then you can make the right kind of move. Then you can take your action. But that has to come to you. And I think it's only going to come to you by the end of June. In the meantime, you're going to have trust and faith that things are working out exactly as they would in your relationship life. Right? So that is your reading, Libra, for the month of June. Libra rising, Libra moon. This applies to you as well. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like that and what next reading that follows up from the cards to tell you, so what is it you must embrace? What creativity must you embrace? Or if you haven't pinpointed yet, what is it I must let go of that will allow me to step onto the new path? $13, and I will do the reading for you. Lovely, lovely reading that. Just email me at theoracletimes@gmail.com. I will put that link in the description box below. Wishing you love and hugs for the month of June. Thank you to those of you that watch and listen and like and subscribe and comment. I truly appreciate it. We'll speak again soon.